are privileged to bail out now if you wish. Yes, huh?
Get it open. Keep an eye out, Dale.
Why do not the sacred gong sound the final note which completes the marriage ceremony? Great God, Teo is displeased! Keep your slimy hands off her, and you grab him!
Oh, that's weird.
Good.
So, nobody look.
Nobody look. Good evening, goblins and ghouls, and welcome to the Wednesday night Scream Stream minisodes. I'm your host, Spakenstein, joined as always by my very good friends, Mr. Evan Sink.
Good evening.
And joining us all the way from the realm of the hackers, Mr. Fresh Rogan.
I am here. I'm spawning T-side in our CSGO match.
Don't know what any of that means, but we're happy to actually
Rush B.
Oh my god. I don't
know what that means, but do it.
Fresh knows. Fresh got the message. He read it loud and clear. We're happy to have Fresh joining us via video to celebrate season 6. As Evan said before, see, now I can't even remember that fun little phrase that you came up with, Evan. What'd you say? Something for season 6?
Well, what did we say last time? That we were live in season 5?
Yeah, live for season 5.
And the only thing I could come up with is we're getting blitzed in season 6, which I don't know. We may want to workshop that just a little.
Well, I love it. I say we stick with it. I
Okay.
I think we run with it. I think
We're gonna double down this season. We're gonna get really drunk on every episode.
everyone. No, I'm just kidding. And I'm not. We're not sponsored. I can't. I should have ripped these labels off beforehand. No. We're back for another exciting season of some public domain entertainment for your Wednesday night, some light entertainment to make way for our feature attraction on Friday. And this season, of course, some of you may know, this is our Summer of Schlock. And this is, gotta drop a bomb for that. You gotta give it up for that. It is our Summer of Schlock. We have got some of the schlockiest public domain horror films lined up for, excuse me, season 6. But a lot of those movies also have an aquatic theme or a vacation theme, some kind of theme that really fits with the summer. You know, we're trying to get a real summery vibe here. See, I got my hair up. It's just how it is during the summer.
Yeah. Me too, as you can see.
Fresh has got a tightly coiffed bun, as you can tell.
I got my hair down. I'm thinking, summer breeze. I'm already out on the beach.
That's actually true. See, but me during the summer, I'm usually running around doing so much that if my hair's down, it's just all in my face. I don't know what I'm doing. I can't see where I'm going. It's a mess.
You just always have to face the wind, so your hair blows behind you. You
I
look
do.
really majestic, like Fabio.
I do, yeah. That's pretty much it. And everybody thinks I'm posing, and I have to convince them I'm not. It's just I hate my hair in my face because I really do. It fucking sucks. I identify with all, mostly females, obviously, but men with long hair will also understand it's a pain in the ass sometimes. Just like whatever the hell's in the back of my throat right now.
Before we got started,
I meant to do a different one.
That was good.
There we go.
I like that one too. They both work.
Yeah, I'm feeling you, Garrett. Before we got started, I needed a little snack, a little pick me up, and so for some reason I opted for a fistful of sunflower seeds.
Oh my god!
And
you have shards.
There's what
shards stuck in your throat.
Got shards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got throat shards.
Mm-hmm. You gotta be careful with sunflower seeds. They should come with a warning, like cigarettes. Like half the package should be warning this product may be lethal to your health. You're dangerous.
But the Surgeon General says this product may lacerate your esophagus.
Yeah,
but if you don't do it, you're not cool.
Yeah, they're not that good either.
Well,
they're fine.
And I guess you think about it, most people who they've been smoking cigarettes, if they quit smoking cigarettes, what's one of the first things they're gonna switch to? Switch to chewing sunflower seeds. So
there you go. Yeah, so they're used to it.
They are.
They already got the lacerated esophagus.
Yeah, that's true. If anything, it's
from all the smoke that cuts your throat.
Yeah, if anything, the sunflower seeds are less harsh. So, but it still gives you that little buzz, right?
Right, yeah.
That's everything you really hit.
I like my sunflower seeds without a filter.
Old school. I knew it.
Yeah, I just picked up these menthol flavored sunflower seeds, and I gotta say they are cool and fresh. Yeah, no, it's turning into you think that we were watching a TV series this season because we're just gonna launch into cigarette commercials, but no, we did a TV series for our minisodes last season, so this season for our Summer of Schlock and for again our summery vibe, we have got for our minisodes a movie serial called Undersea Kingdom. So a nice aquatic themed serial. And again, if you don't know what a serial is, this was back in the days of movie theaters where they would show these things. Protect the Tigers first time. Well, welcome from California. Nice to have you here. This is a welcome to our humble stream. We're celebrating with a serial, and back in the day, movie theaters before the movie, they would show, because you didn't have TV, so you'd show like a 20-minute installment of some kind of serialized story, and there's usually 12. So that's what we've got here is a 12-chapter serial. And again, we're
watching a true crime podcast.
Yeah, it's and exactly, Sweet Feet is that was something Evan and I hit on before we got started. Yes, we're opening a new box of cereal this season, and Fresh and I said Evan. Fresh and I were talking about this before the show. Sorry,
wow.
Fresh. Sorry,
whatever,
dude. Sorry, yeah, look at me, yeah.
No, it's fine.
Giving
it's
it
fine.
up to Evan.
I'm fine.
Evan's over here stealing your jokes.
I'm fine.
No, but we were talking about it. This is
asking it in over here,
right? I mean, you got to. But this is the fancy cereal. This is top shelf cereal. This is the good stuff. As your Cookie Crisps or your Reese's Puffs is Fresh so astutely pointed out before we began.
It's a fine vintage antique 1936 cereal.
1936 cereal.
Finely aged.
Very finely aged. And it's really good if you put a nice spoonful of Bosco milk amplifier on it, because
that's right.
You don't just need it in milk. You can also put it on shirts and on your cereal.
They should call it the shirt amplifier.
Yes, you really should, because Fresh's shirt. I'm so happy Fresh is live tonight. We see his video.
We're slummed up
because he's also
tonight,
rocking his Slum or Sloom armband. So the armband. If you watched our Phantom Carriage episode, that's where we Fresh decided he was going to make a fashion statement and take a cue from that movie, that 1920s Swedish silent film. And who knew that that movie would have such an impact today, that now here Fresh sits with this beautiful armband.
I do love my silent movies.
Fresh, you look like you're going to go to a protest.
I am anti. I actually don't like.
Are you pro slum or anti slum?
I'm just representing the slum.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't really have a stance. It's just where I'm from.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, it's a fashion statement for sure. And the Bosco shirt, if you watched our minisodes last season, we got some Bosco chocolate syrup commercials. So Fresh is just all decked out, and eventually we'll get a merch store, and this is what we'll be selling. We'll be selling Sloom armbands, we'll be selling Bosco shirts. And unfortunately, Evan and I still haven't committed and gotten our Bosco shirts yet. We're looking like real fools right now, honestly, Evan. Fresh is really showing us up here.
Yeah, my bicep is just it needs the band. It's lacking.
It really is. It feels naked.
Show it off.
Yeah. We'll get there eventually. We're Evan. I'm very self-conscious about my biceps, so I can't rock the Sloom armband just yet. But I'll get there. And yeah, Fresh, as you pointed out, that came from a silent movie, and loyal viewers will know Fresh loves our silent films. So I've got a bit of disappointing news, which I feel like it's okay to go ahead and break now with our summer of schlock. We don't have a single silent movie lined up this season. So, some people may actually be upset about that. I have Fresh.
Oh, no.
Man, what a shame. That's too bad.
Yeah, despite Evan and Fresh's protests, very heartfelt protests right there. I'm sure some people are actually like, oh, what? Why aren't you got to be showing more silent movies. Don't worry. Next season, I'll pivot. It'll be all silent movies. No, I couldn't do that.
We're going to have a silent fall.
Oh my god, that seems like if I was more pretentious, I would do it. Because that sounds legit in a certain to a certain extent. But I couldn't do that to my guests. I
This
couldn't do
winter,
that
we're
to
going to take the show in a really artsy direction. It's going
right.
to be all silent films.
All silent. Yeah, no, I
We'll
couldn't.
call it the dead of winter.
Ooh, yeah, the winter's the best time to burn. We got to be burning more silent movies. There's too many to get out of the way. We'll burn those during the winter. And then,
Winter's the best time to burn. Yes, I would agree.
And I don't mean to disparage silent films because there are silent films I love, and there are some very artistic and very important to film history silent films that must be watched. But I'm not going to sit here and pretend like they're not a slog to sit through sometimes, because I know that they are. And, you know, it's because they're usually longer too. They're like almost 2 hours. It's like, all right, strap in, because you got to be reading for these 2 hours too. I'm making you do a lot of work.
You got to account for all the extra reading time.
Mm-hmm. It's actually a test of your stamina for sure. So this summer's nice and easy, just schlocky films from the 50s, 60s, and at least one from the 70s. So, you know, no Poverty Row. So keeping
They
it
couldn't
nice.
afford a beach.
No, they couldn't. No, God knows they couldn't. I mean, again, you know, you had your studio, you have your cold, dark studios and your costumes you reuse over and over again. You don't, you know, you're not as inventive as they had to get in the 50s and 60s once TV came around. But we'll get all into that this Friday and throughout this season, the Summer of Schlock. But on Wednesdays, we're watching Undersea Kingdom. We're going to be, I wanted to go into whole Sebastian Under the Sea bit, but you know,
that's big right now. It's
and
very
with
timely.
The Little Mermaid being out, it does seem timely, yes, doesn't it? But I just don't. I don't have the pipes for that.
Does this feature Sebastian?
You know,
the crab.
I think he might pop up. You know, you might see him outside of the window of whatever underwater crafts we're going to be zipping around in, because this is what we're watching tonight. It came out in 1936 as a response to the original Flash Gordon serial, which we just saw the trailer for in our pre-roll. Again, 2 seasons ago, the last serial we watched was Flash Gordon Conquers the Universe, which was a lot of fun. That's the only one that's public domain, though. There's 2 others that came before that. They're not public domain. But the first one was just Flash Gordon, and it came out the same year as Undersea Kingdom. So Undersea Kingdom was a response from a rival studio, Republic, to put out something similar. Because
did the first Flash Gordon also take place underwater?
Yeah, during the trailer we saw. Remember, it said the thing about the shark men, and it said something about being undersea. So
okay. So their beautiful little spaceship is also a submarine.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. That's why I say they're going to be zipping around in some craft. So very much like Flash Gordon, the way they were zipping around those spaceships. This is basically the same thing. We're just under the water, under the sea. But it should.
I hope it still has all the little fireworks, little Roman candles.
Yeah, if there's not some underwater explosions, I think we'll all be severely disappointed. But it is. You know, again, it's very action oriented, sci-fi. Obviously, we're going to see some creatures and some monsters and, you know, heroes and villains and all that great stuff. And of course, a cliffhanger. If we learned anything from, you know, Phantom Creeps, but really, I think more prominently Flash Gordon, the cliffhangers are what we're really.
The art of the cliffhanger.
They are. It is an art, because sometimes you just run out of budget and you're just using stock footage for your cliffhanger, and it's just like, all right, what are we doing here? But every once in a while, they get like a really good one that you are on the edge of your seat. You're like, oh shit, what? And I mean, obviously, you know, the hero's gonna be fine, and it's gonna keep going for, you know, until we get to the 12th chapter, and then they'll wrap it up super fast.
Yeah, it'll just kind of end.
It'll just kind of end. That was how Flash Gordon Conquers the Universe was. And the Phantom Creeps. But I think Flash Gordon Conquers the Universe was a little more zip than...
Had a little more of an ending.
Yeah, than Phantom Creeps. So we'll see. This is 3 years before Phantom Creeps and Flash Gordon Conquers the Universe. So we'll see. We'll see if there's like we can tell any differences in terms of the storytelling. And again, it comes from a different studio. The Flash Gordon stuff was at Universal. This was Republic, which did a whole bunch of serials back in the day. They were a big serial studio. They were, I think they might have been considered Poverty Row, but they were one of the more higher end Poverty Rows. Like, case in point, they copyrighted all their horror films. That's why we don't see any Republic horror films, because there are. The public domain book talks about them, but they're not public domain. Or the Poverty Row book talks about them, but they're not public domain, so you can't watch them. So you take what you can get. That's what our show's all about. But I'm excited for Undersea Kingdom. Yeah. I mean,
I like a good underwater thing. I just saw Avatar 2 not too long ago, so
still very timely. And again, we're not even in the heart of the summer yet. We had a shitty Memorial Day weekend when it comes to weather. So
we had a very wintry, it was cold
and wet Memorial Day. So, especially once it starts heating up, this is going to be just what the doctor ordered. So super excited for Undersea Kingdom. Anything before we get into it tonight, boys?
What's your over-under on seeing a harpoon in the first episode?
Oh,
I'm sure there'll be one eventually.
I mean, definitely. I mean, without a doubt, like tons of harpoons. I don't think we're just going to see one.
There better be. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I think we'll have a few. Yeah, God only knows. I mean, again, I don't know much about this. It's just kind of a Flash Gordon style thing. There's a hero. We did see a trailer for this when we watched Flash Gordon. This is the this is the one that has Crash Corrigan. It's the name of the character and the name of the actor. Like he changed his name. Like, yeah. So, so the character's name is Crash Corrigan, and then afterwards, this actor's name became Crash Corrigan. So it's it's ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous.
I love it.
That doesn't sound real.
It doesn't. And I complete disclosure, I haven't done enough research on this yet, or on him, or really on anything with the minisodes. But as the weeks unfold, rest assured that I will have more information about tonight's serial, about Crash Corrigan, all that good stuff. But
we got to figure out where he's buried. I want to find the tombstone that says Crash
Corrigan.
That's like Luigi Waluigi bullshit.
Yeah. I mean, it's all confusing as hell. That was Hollywood, baby. Yeah. So I think if you boys have it queued up,
yes,
I do.
Perfect. Then we're going to get into the exciting beginning of the first chapter of Undersea Kingdom, entitled Beneath the Ocean Floor, right now.
Oh my god, that's so loud.
Do I need to turn it down?
No, it was just loud for me.
That's actually kind of loud for me too.
Oh yeah, it's loud on the stream too.
Okay, I turned it down a little bit. I need to turn it down. There we go. Woo! I still probably need to turn it down more. It still sounds loud.
So what is his name? Ray?
It's pretty loud.
Crash Corrigan?
Yes, Ray Crash Corrigan. All right, I'll turn it down even more. All right, that's good, I think.
Is this our
Ming?
Ming?
Yep, that was Ming.
Monty.
Yeah, you gotta love these old school names.
I do like having at least one guy named Monty.
Monty.
He's probably really good at playing cards.
And I forgot to mention, look who's there at the top of that building, Lon Chaney Jr.
Who's here?
He plays a henchman. So still, this is before he got started playing monsters. Still early. Ooh, okay. Get
It's
a
incredible.
little bit of robot action in the house.
Wait, we talking about Sweet Feet? Annapolis? Yes, never
Yeah.
mind.
It's like Charles Barkley says, we're in the Annapolis.
Oh my god. You gotta love it.
How about it, Doc? Do you think I'll
How
live?
about it, Doc?
You look kind of weak and puny, but I think you'll pull through.
What a fancy doctor.
Thank you, sir.
Weak
Chap,
and
man.
puny.
had more like him at Annapolis.
Yes, sir. Too bad this is his last year.
Imagine going to the doctor and they just check that your heart's beating and they're like, yeah, you're good.
Yep,
Yeah,
you're alive.
You're alive. Stock footage. When I say stock, you say footage. Bro, we gotta pad this out. Let's
Yeah,
let's go
next
find an old
Hindenburg's
football
gonna come
game.
crashing.
Yep.
Dude, we ran out of stock footage, so here's the Hindenburg.
It's a go-to for these old serials.
Pretend it's underwater.
Is he reporting from on the field?
Yep.
He's like not on the sideline.
Wait, no, maybe he's in a booth. Oh wait, he is on the field. Yep. He's on the 50.
He's sitting on the 50-yard line with a mic.
So are they just showing us how Ray Crash Corrigan's good at everything? Is that what we're... I mean, I guess he would
Is
be in
his
the...
dad also a senator?
Yep, probably. Yeah, just like Flash Gordon's.
Wait a minute, son. What do you want?
I gotta see Lieutenant Corrigan right away.
It makes
can't
sense
go in
this
there.
guy's
It's
in the
against
But I
Navy.
tell you, I gotta
right?
see him. It's important.
Splash Corrigan.
Splash. Yeah.
Splash.
Call me
Lieutenant
Splash.
now, he's busy.
All right.
Although I think having the nickname Crash is not necessarily a good moniker.
Crash Bandicoot's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Touche.
Do you think that that's just like a nickname?
Crash.
Crash Bandicoot?
What do you think
Do you
Bandicoot's
think
real name
Bandicoot's
is?
his last name?
Mm-hmm. Almost
I think he
certainly.
is a Bandicoot.
He is a
Right.
Bandicoot. It's
Imagine your last name being like Human.
yeah.
I'm Evan Human.
Then you'd really be an alien.
It's like Larry the Lobster.
Yeah.
Crab. Just it's just what he is.
Such lazy writing.
Hold him!
This reminds me of the WWE Royal Rumble that I was playing this weekend, man. It's courtesy of Fresh Rogan.
Nice. I didn't know they had that stuff on the 64. That's cool.
Oh yeah. Well, it was like WWF?
WWF.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
it was.
You can
What
play like
what
Sting and
names
shit
were
there.
on the N64 wrestling game?
Oh my god, dude, so many.
All the classic guys.
All the classic guys and more. And more.
And the non-classic guys.
Yeah, that's a good one. And this guy's Tarzan too.
Man, the Navy looks fucking weird.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, does it?
I don't think. Oh, Sweet Feet, Sting, Jericho.
Yeah, it's, Sweet Feet knows them all.
Hold tight, Billy.
I think I remember playing that now that you mention it.
Yep, Tarzan swinging
Good
around.
work, Crash. I thought the kid was a goner.
What were you doing
Wow.
up there?
Dad sent me over to catch
Must be
you, but they
peacetime,
wouldn't let
huh? If it was wartime, they wouldn't be rolling around on a
me.
mattress.
I want you to
Nope.
come right over.
Well, wait until I get into my clothes. I'm going over to Professor Norton's laboratory.
Very well, Crash.
I'm just
To the
doing whatever
lab.
I want.
Yeah, pretty
What
much.
you say is very interesting, Professor.
I'll say they
But
got
I still
a
can't believe that this
more
is the machine
fit-looking
that
guy
predicted
than they got for
Not only predicts, but prevents
Flash
them.
Gordon.
If I could get close enough to the source.
You just gotta wait for him to
Oh, there
exhale.
you are, Lieutenant.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay,
That's
he's one of
it.
those.
Yeah, I take offense to that because the guy who played Flash Gordon was an Olympic swimmer. Okay, so he was in shape.
Okay.
All right,
Okay,
so don't.
sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I
But
mean,
he was always covered up with that.
It's true.
You know, the Robin Hood.
Yeah,
outfit.
that's true. Well, no, he changed outfits all the time. We have a whole whole short about
Sending it
this.
every 5 minutes.
he was
They? Just
an
what
Olympic
do you mean
swimmer.
by they?
Mm-hmm.
Professor North
Did he move to, like, a
these
country
signals
where-
must be the work of some human
No,
agency.
in America.
apparently
Like,
coming from the bottom of the
Did
ocean.
I hope you're not going to spring that.
he moved to like Venezuela, and then like he was the only one to try, and then
Exactly.
That's more
Only
common
now I
than you
have some
think.
definite evidence.
this snowboarder lady did that. If I remember right. She moved to a country, and then like she was the only one, and then
People
she just
do
rode
that.
down the slope.
Yeah.
This process was lost.
If you had enough money, you could just literally go to Venezuela and
According
like
to every
bribe
test,
somebody
the idol
to
couldn't be more than a
be
couple
in
of
the
years old.
Olympics.
Something made recently. I found it during a recent
probably
time
could.
in my rocket
For you.
submarine in this general location. And this is where the ancient continent of Atlantis was reported to have sunk.
How does that work?
thousands of
You
years
have to
ago.
bribe the
Contrary to
Olympic
popular
Committee, I
belief,
guess.
Atlantis did not
Hey,
sink
they're
overnight, but
corrupt
during a
anyway.
period
They
of
don't
years.
care. We just had the
During this
last
time,
Olympics
people
in,
in
or wait, no,
America
sorry, I'm thinking of the
It was
World
stuck to the
Cup
roof of
in
Orichalcum over the city.
in
Yeah, don't
Qatar.
get Garrett started on the Olympics.
Don't
Can we
get
start a
me-
Kickstarter to send me to the Olympics?
Yep. Where do you want to? What country you want to go from?
Ooh.
North Korea.
Yeah, there we go.
They'll take you.
But Your
Yeah.
Holiness, Unga Khan's men are at the gates. I beg of you to take safety in the
The
city.
North Korean
Poseidon, god of Atlantis,
representative at the
has never
Olympics.
forsaken his people in time of need. I promise you he will not
What,
do so now.
What category? Like what sport?
Be no peace in
Foosball?
Who's I can see
We
that.
have broken the
Nice.
power
Or air
of this
hockey.
evil you
Okay, yeah, air hockey. I want to play Olympic air hockey.
I like sliding the little sombrero around and knocking the puck in. Oh my
Oh
god.
wow. Okay. They never had a tank in
Ooh.
Flash Gordon.
Maybe not.
It is hopeless, Exalted One. Our men are outnumbered. The city
It's
is
just a
about
really
to
bad
fall.
Trojan horse.
Have faith.
It's a gift, we promise.
It's a turtle.
It's supposed to be a turtle.
I told the guy we've got to put a head on it. They won't know what it is. He kept saying, "Well, turtles go back in their shell."
What are they? I mean, obviously, they're preparing for battle.
Oh shit.
Well, this can't be under the sea, can it? Oh shit!
Yes.
We got drones.
Yes, those are seahorses. Those are seahorses.
Yeah. It wasn't ever established that this was under the sea, was it?
No, I don't think so.
No, they're looking for Atlantis though.
Okay.
At the end of the entire serial, it's like, by the way, that was
I
underwater.
am pleased to report that Sharon's army has been driven within the walls of the sacred city.
Good. Recall the troops.
Anytime somebody like walks into a scene, they're carrying a towel. That's how you know.
To destroy the upper world.
It's like SpongeBob. Like they're underwater, but they're just living like they're not.
When you do succeed in sending to the bottom of the sea, Atlantis will rise once more to its former place in the sun, and you will
I
be
bet that's
ruler
not
of
even a
all
Roku
things. Stop the
TV.
distant beginner.
Broke bitches.
Atlantis doesn't even have Roku.
What kind of advanced civilization is this? You don't even have Netflix. Oh yes, a robot.
All right.
They got AI
He
though.
looks like a moonshine still.
Yeah, it does.
Have you played Fallout 4? You know, you get the robot that like brews you beer. It's just like a walking brewery.
Oh, that's awesome. That sounds like something from Futurama, dude.
Yeah.
It's got it. I'm sure it was. I'm sure it was.
The entire metropolitan area of St. Clair is in ruins. Thousands dead, hospitals draining, all communication cut off. Red Cross is appealing for doctors. Special trains are rushing supplies to the stricken area. Governor of the state...
I'm talking very fast.
Rushing a militia to the scenes of the disaster. Stand by for further announcements.
God, trying to follow the news back in the day must have been a pain in the butt,
According
dude.
to my calculations,
We only bought it 30 seconds
for
long.
any moment.
Yeah.
So, put that counteracting machine board and submarine right away.
And 20 minutes of cigarette
Stop this
ads.
quake? What a story this will make for my paper. Let's
Yeah.
get to a bone.
Yeah, the news was in between all the cigarette ads.
Some other time, Billy.
I have something more important for you, Billy. I want you to take a note to the naval base for me.
Hurry up, Joe.
Billy,
Got no
take a
time
note.
to lose.
But, Professor, I don't think it's safe to take the submarine down that far.
We've got to take that chance. Get those things aboard.
Now, quick, give this note to the commanding officer at the naval base. He'll understand.
I guess the Navy would be the one to deal with this. What else? If Atlantis really does, you know,
Come on, Joe.
come
I'll give
back.
you a hand.
That's right. All the glory for the Navy.
Designed by Professor Norton himself. Yes, it's been tested at 2,500 feet, and he's going to try to reach the bottom this time. I'll tell you more about it when I get back.
Good
What?
luck.
Am I going along? You bet I am.
Hello. Professor Norton's boathouse. Brandon Deep talking.
Hello.
Mr. Deep.
Shut up.
Hello.
No, I didn't mean you, Professor Norton. I was talking to Sinbad. Huh?
This guy's voice is all over the
Oh, yeah.
place.
Right away. Professor
We
Norton
had
says
6
to get the
people
boat ready
ADR
for a
this fucking
long
dude.
trip.
Like every sentence is a different person.
I realize they're outside.
He's got a phone outside. That's weird, right?
I leave you behind on this
I mean,
buzzard.
A house phone hanging outside.
this is my outdoor
Oh,
phone.
yes, you have to have the dock phone.
The dog phone. They got a roof over it. Oh my god.
I would. Never mind.
He just killed that bird?
I'd be mad at
Threw
that
the
bird.
parrot out.
I'm gonna fry me a parrot one of these days.
Just the same, the submarine wasn't built to
I'm
go to the bottom.
tweeting this movie
Crack
at
up like an
PETA.
egg when it gets below 2,500 feet.
They'll love it.
Nonsense, Joe. Professor Norton knows what he's doing.
This guy is nervous as
I'll
hell.
cast off.
Hold everything.
Hold
We're just
everything.
leaving. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
You know, if I was
nothing.
going to
I'm
go in a
too.
submarine in 1936, I'd be pretty nervous too.
Yeah, but
Yeah, it's like, yeah, it's the first one. We're pretty sure it
Like,
worked.
yeah.
now if you're an intrepid reporter though, you're gonna be itching to get on that thing.
Gosh, Professor, I
Right.
was afraid you were going to leave
Very
without
spacious in the submarine.
Yeah, it's true. You'd expect it to have to be
A lot of,
smaller because of the pressure.
All clear above.
Yeah.
All right. Start your motors,
Actually,
Joe.
the bigger it is, the less pressure difference there will be between
God.
the inside and the
Get
outside
out.
as you go down.
Why we're gonna build a submarine as big as the ocean.
And everyone's like, what's a submarine?
You fools.
Oh my
my
God.
god,
Look
amazing.
at this fucking thing.
It's only a bubble. Shh. I love that. I love that
Oh, yeah, it's
model.
twisting all the knobs. Yes.
So around the time they finally dive, let's take a break.
Okay.
Well, according to my calculations, we're nearing the spot where the earthquake shocks originate.
Well, maybe they're. I guess they went down. I guess we just didn't see it. Or wait, they haven't gone down yet.
No, I said prepare to submerge. Yeah.
All right, well then let's go ahead and break right here. We'll go ahead and break. I'm at 17:23, and
I'm back
that is gonna take us to our only break. Our break.
Our
It's still the
break,
first
nothing
one.
else.
It's still right.
First
it's
and last break.
the first break of season 6. Yeah. So, that was the first half of Beneath the Ocean Floor.
You, sorry. You have to keep it going.
You do.
Every break has to be in order. So, like, when we get to the end of the season, you're like, this is going to take us to our 37th
37th break. Yeah. Oh, I'll do it. Don't tempt me with a good time. I'll do it. I'll keep up with it. I mean, I keep up with every episode number. Friday's episode will be number 51. So yeah, I'll keep up with the breaks. Don't you worry. That's challenge accepted, Fresh.
Yeah, you better do it. It better be a Scream Stream promise.
That is a Scream Stream guarantee. That's what that is. Yeah, so that was the first half, and this is like a longer episode. Most of these episodes will be around 20 minutes, but tonight's around 30 minutes. So
got a lot to establish here.
We do. And I mean, you know, we're having fun with it.
And we establish what is going on.
I was gonna say,
so
we were having fun with it, so I can't say that I really followed what's up, but yeah, I believe that there's earthquakes under the sea, but now they're going to, and I guess they think they're coming from Atlantis, and they're going to investigate. I don't.
And we've got some UFOs that I guess. So our main character is an Atlantean.
Then they got to be under the sea, right?
It's got to be.
So wherever these earthquakes are coming from, that's the Undersea Kingdom. And I guess there must be air in the Undersea Kingdom. It's not like they're all, you know, got gills or anything. Although that would be cool.
What's our bad guy's name again? Monty,
I think.
Yeah, Monty Hall. He asks you to pick one of 3 doors.
Okay, Crash Gordon.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, it does sound like a goddamn game show host.
You can pick any of these 3 doors,
and
then you can pick another one. Well, should you do it?
Should you pick another? It turns out statisticians say yes, you should.
I mean, that's how every episode's gonna go. You can already predict it. You already know.
That's the cliffhanger. Is he gonna pick the door?
Door number 1 or door number 2 or maybe even number 3? Who knows?
Once you pick, we will remove 1 door, and then you can change your pick, or you can stay with what you got.
Oh my god, that sounds like Wheel of Movies rules. I'm starting to get confused as it is. Jesus.
But then you can also steal from other players that are playing the 3-door game, and you can take one of their doors only if you're head of household and you have the power of veto that week.
Now, if you happen to find the door with the daily double, then that does give you immunity, but it also... Yeah.
What do the statisticians say about that?
There's actually a real strategy to this game, okay? It's actually really mathematical, and... oh my God. Don't even get me started on people who are way into Jeopardy. I mean, it's a good show. I'm not saying that it's not. I just... especially like the all-time champion players, you gotta be operating on a different level to think about the kind of strategy that goes into winning a Jeopardy game. You know,
we were watching the Jeopardy Masters finals that are up on Hulu right now, and the
that's all the best ones, right?
It's like all these crazy good people on Jeopardy. And the one guy, at the beginning of each round, somehow he just knows where the daily double is. He just always picks it the first one.
Really?
And it's so weird. I'm like, how are you this good at trivia that you know where...
Something sounds
where the daily
about
doubles hit.
He knows. Well, there must be a pattern to where they put them.
There's got to be. I mean, think about how long it's been on TV. At a certain point,
crack the code.
Yeah, you're gonna crack the code if you watch enough of it. I mean, 5 days a week, every week. For how many years?
They say Longmont Potion Castle was on there. Was on Jeopardy.
I believe it. I believe that's how he got Trebek's phone number.
Yeah. They don't say that, but I'm starting it. I'm starting the rumor.
Nope.
Okay.
Too bad. Yeah.
So if you really want to know what his face looks like, you've got to watch all of Jeopardy.
Get through all. Eventually, you'll be able to spot him.
You can find his name as Longmont Potion Castle. Surprisingly.
And that voice.
My name is Longmont.
Yep. And over here we have your name is Longmont? I don't know how Trebek used to do it. It's been years since I watched an old episode of Jeopardy. I really preferred the what was the guy who picked himself to be host and was host for like a week and then had to leave after Trebek? That's the era of Jeopardy that is my favorite. That 1 week. His name was like Mike Richards or something. He was like he was in charge of the host search.
Yeah, I remember.
He was in charge of the host search.
Right.
And then picked himself. And then everybody was so pissed that he picked himself that he was only host for a week. And then they changed to what's his name?
That's an off.
Ken Jennings and Mian Bialik. So, you know. But yeah, that was my favorite era of Jeopardy post Trebek in that 1 week. Just that 1 week.
I've never watched a single episode of Jeopardy.
Really?
Yeah.
I find that hard to believe with as long as Jeopardy's been on that you never even been forced to sit through an episode.
You never been like visiting a family member around like, what is it, like 6 or 7 p.m. They just kind of got a TV on.
Most likely an older person
would be watching it.
Yeah, that counts.
But I've never sat down and watched an episode.
Okay.
No, I think it still counts if someone that you're visiting is watching it and then you end up watching it. You know what
you're
the
not
deal
sitting
is.
down for some trivia with your Graham.
No, I'm just like, this is an easy question, Grandma. I don't know why the fuck you don't know this, you big dummy.
You idiot.
I bet if I was on here, I would fucking win. And then
that's why you don't watch it, because there's just no point, because you know all the answers.
Yeah, it's no fun if you know everything like I do.
It's no fun if you know where the daily double's hidden.
That's true. It is no fun if some other person can spoil the game for you, can make it less fun. Unfortunately, that's how games work. And sometimes people just like to be dicks. What are you gonna do? But yeah, I mean, so this is our Jeopardy stream, and we're going in all the ins and outs of Jeopardy. No, but it seems like the people in this submarine are about to be in Jeopardy, because this is the deepest the submarine has ever gone in 1936.
What's the first submarine? So.
I'd love if, because Crash Corrigan's not with them right now, right? Like, so what if this one explodes and then they use the Hindenburg footage for that? That would be good. That would be good.
This is underwater? This is underwater, though?
They'll just put a filter over it.
This is underwater.
They'll rear project it, and then in front of the camera they'll put a fish. They'll put a fish tank. Yeah, in front of the camera, and then behind the fish tank, it's because it's glass.
There we go.
There's actually a guy who used that technique to film some underwater
like
stuff.
Filmmaker.
Yeah, that's a technique that's been used. You just put a fish tank in front of the camera, and then you have you use perspective, and you have, it's just all. That's all it is perspective.
And now you're underwater.
And now you're under the sea. That's the magic of movies. So I'm interested to see what kind of under the sea effects are in store for us when we come back from our break. We'll see. Speaking of our break, we're going to be showing a trailer for the other Flash Gordon serial that we haven't watched, which is Flash Gordon Goes to Mars. And that came out after the one that we're watching tonight, but again, before the Flash Gordon serial that we have watched. So, yeah, that's how that whole explanation, that's how that felt. Very confusing. So it's good to cap that. But yeah, so Flash Gordon Goes to Mars. Just classic Flash Gordon stuff. Again, it's everything that we'll get in this serial. It's action and zipping all around and spaceships or submarines in this case. And all that good stuff. So, anything before we go to break, boys? All right. Then we're going to go to our break, and then when we come back, we'll get to the exciting conclusion of Beneath the Ocean Floor? Is that what it is? Is that actually what it is? Like,
yeah, that's what it's called.
Because I started thinking beneath the ocean, but if you're going beneath the
We gotta go
floor of the ocean, that's pretty crazy. We'll be beneath the ocean floor when we get back. So stick around. We'll be right back.
They're landing. Happy, you and Dale get back in there out of range. We'll try to hold them off.
Hurry before they get through.
The clay in that wall, it seemed to come to life. It turned into a man and then it ran back into the shadows.
Oh, don't be silly. It's one of the death squadron right on our tail.
Man the gun, Flash. I'll try and get him into position for you. You got him, Flash. Direct hit.
But the Clay King has told Flash Gordon the secret of your power.
The secret of my power? He wouldn't dare. Where are you taking me?
To the Clay people. Look, Doc, we're heading straight into the beam.
And we are back. So that was the trailer for Flash Gordon Goes to Mars. And again, I haven't seen it, but looks fun. Again, zipping around in spaceships, getting into all kinds of fights with Ming. You know, Ming's
wearing
always...
some goggles.
Yeah, well, you know, Flash is very fashion forward. He's you know, he's gonna have the fanciest goggles, and he's gonna have
fanciest helmet.
Yep. Flash is a real fancy
really going
boy.
For the what is it, Mercury vibe?
I think he's right on the money, honestly. I think Flash has it figured out. As we can see, Ming was still trying to get his fashion sorted out. And I think he really hit his stride in the one that we watched, Flash Gordon Conquers the Universe. Again, you know, Ming with his excellent capes and his big
it's amazing what
feathers.
Is his cape and his skull cap.
Yep. He liked to look good. What can you say? And he always did. The ant leather pants, of course. You know,
of course.
Of course. Ming was always decked out in the insect stuff. So insect clothing. And but we don't have Ming here again. It's gonna take me a while to learn this guy's name and not want to just call him, you know, other Ming. Ming too. Knockoff Ming. I don't know. We'll come up with a good nickname. Hopefully by the end of this episode we'll get to see this guy really keep being evil, and you know,
yeah, we've barely seen our villain.
Yeah, we saw him once, and he was launching those bombs or doing something. Again, we were trying to figure out if we
doing
were under the
something
sea or
evil.
not. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it's exposition as we're used to with the first installment of these serials, but that cliffhanger's coming, baby, and when it does, it's gonna be a whopper. It's gonna be, I hope, not to get anybody's hopes up, but that is literally what a cliffhanger is designed for. So I don't think I'm
it better
speaking
be.
out of turn unless it's just a shitty cliffhanger. But for the first one, usually they try to throw in a little pizzazz. They try to give you a little something. So fingers crossed. Anything before we get into the exciting? Yeah, see, Fresh crossing his fingers,
Yeah,
and we can see it. We can actually see. We can see both
This
of
is
you
what
now.
it's all for, boys.
This is what it's all about. Oh, I love seeing your beautiful, beautiful faces here with me on Wednesday nights. It's amazing. So yeah, anything before we get into it?
What do you think do you think the earthquakes or maybe just Monty's boom box is turned up a little too high?
Could be. I mean, again, I think
the block party going on in Atlantis.
you don't live underwater that long and not have developed some good underwater speakers. You're gonna have some kind of
Yeah.
right. It probably
He's
carries
just testing his new sub.
right. Fresh. That was a nice little sample of probably how the sound would travel, what that would sound like under the water. It's just
that was a sonar. I was doing sonar.
Exactly. When we appreciate the demonstration, Fresh.
Yeah, no worries. That's what I'm here for.
That's what surfers say to each other when they catch like a really good wave.
Yep.
Sonar.
Sonar. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
You're welcome.
All
You're
right.
welcome.
On that note, if you boys have it queued up,
Yes, sir.
all right, then we're going to get into the exciting conclusion of Beneath the Ocean Floor right now. Hey, nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice. I like that.
That's not bad.
All
That's
the
not bad.
bubbles.
Yeah, the bubbles are pretty good.
Is it all hooked up?
Yeah, look at this fucking thing. Yeah.
This is going to help us go deeper.
Put the ship into a dive.
I love how it's just sitting on the table, not connected to the sub.
They're going to die, bro. They're going to fucking die.
Yeah, here comes the Hindenburg footage. Oh, the humanity!
It really does look like
That's why they did it that way, yeah. There's all the same lab equipment.
2,500 leagues. That's a league meter.
They're not really getting serious till they're 40,000 leagues
Good.
under the sea.
1,000 feet and I can start the counteracting ray.
We'll never make it. The submarine will be crushed.
Get hold of yourself, Joe. There's no danger.
This guy's got me scared.
Oh, you're all mad.
You're all mad.
The submarine will crash like the shell of an egg.
Get back there and keep a nose down. We're going through with this.
All right. You asked for it.
This is what it feels like working a corporate job.
Straight to the bottom.
You're like, this will never work, and then like 3 people who have no idea.
They're
just,
in
like,
the
do
other
it
room.
anyway.
Make it work.
Yeah.
Classic corporate.
Go in. Hold it while it's
Man, this guy's getting into a little sabotage.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he's going lower? Nice.
He's
Wait.
got the sea madness.
This is called malicious compliance, everybody, and it actually works really well.
Wow, that's the word for it, huh? Amazing.
Through the door?
The
I love that. Malicious compliance.
They're like, go deeper, and he's like, okay, watch this. It works every time.
Well, your boss can't blame you if you're just doing what they say.
Yeah, there you go. That's not going to take 45 minutes. You have plenty of time. Damn.
You just cut right through it.
Just
hold F.
Like
in
butter.
case of emergency, blowtorch.
Yeah, it's not a hatchet. It's a fucking blowtorch.
Oh, I used up all the gas.
Do they not have the
darn.
device with them that will make it okay? Like, what was that device? I know. I should have been listening. I should have been paying attention. I'll just read a summary by next week.
Oh, and they have a stowaway?
That kid's
Right.
gonna die. Nice.
Gone again.
What did he flip on?
Oh,
no.
that with the blowtorch line.
Yeah.
The switch for that was in the room.
Apparently.
This is such a shitty fucking design.
Oh my god. Punch him in the... Oh. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Not good.
This submarine is designed like a level in Mist.
So is Crash the guy in the uniform? Because the kid's
I
calling...
don't know.
Kid's calling for Crash.
Oh, they're gonna crash alright. He's about to get his wish.
Damn.
It's a flimsy door.
That's a flimsy set.
His budget cuts. Could only
He's
spring
Navy
for
budget cut.
the plywood bulkhead.
Yeah, I guess that was
The
Crash.
only way I can stop him. He'll be all right in a little while.
We're down 7,000 feet.
And we're still diving.
Do you think it's safe to continue?
Oh, it's feet. It's a feet meter.
Not fathoms.
It's the off
Yeah, not leagues.
I'll stop the counteracting ray while you level the ship off. We're down far enough.
Oh, the counteracting array. Gotcha.
Yeah,
It's just sitting on the table.
It counters the earthquakes.
It's not much of a ray if you don't point it at something.
Well, that's true. I love these old machines. They don't do anything.
They don't do anything.
No, they just, you know,
What do you mean it
spark.
doesn't do anything? It spins this little thing around.
It sparks and buzzes
I
and
wish
whirs.
I got to make some of these, dude. That'd be so much fun to be the guy that made those.
Yeah, I think there was really just one guy. He did all this stuff for the Frankenstein movies, and all this other stuff looks like the same kind of equipment. So it's got to be Kenneth Strickfaden.
Interfering with my
But
plans. The deep sea
who
draft
knows?
from the
They're like, make us a ray, and he just makes that. He's like, yeah, I'm the only one who makes these. So good
He
luck.
is. He was. I'm pretty
Turn on the
sure.
magnetic ray and bring them down.
Like, he was a student of Tesla. And, like, you know, obviously the man Tesla, not, you know.
Going for the aesthetic more than anything useful, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Professor Norton.
Like, yeah, all the science and engineering stuff, that's boring.
I don't know. We're on a level keel.
It doesn't need
I just
to
want to
actually...
make the lightning go in the corner.
Yeah! And then Hollywood comes a-calling.
Going
10,000
so
feet.
fucking slow.
Really
That's why this episode's longer.
Yeah.
They're just milking this.
We have to really
Oh,
believe
well.
that they're down there at the bottom. It's gonna take a while, right? Oh, why? You're not supposed to have me believe that that's some kind of
Some kind of hole in the bottom of the sea.
No, it's some kind of subliminal messaging. I know what these Hollywood films are all about.
Right, they're... Oh.
So you go in a hole,
Wait, what?
and you come up to the Undersea Kingdom.
Okay, yeah. It's
Oh,
like,
so there's an air pocket
Basically.
that never runs out of air. Got it.
It's
And
like
there's
a,
light.
There's plants in there.
there's
They don't
just
need
a
sun.
there's a cave, a giant cave that has plenty of air
Why is there light?
and light. Yeah.
Is this
The
like
core.
Truman Show,
It's
or
it's
there's,
the
like,
inner
light?
core of the Earth.
I think it's just the Truman Show. Truman is in here.
Yeah.
Where the fuck have these guys been the whole time? Just sleeping?
Classic Navy, just sitting around doing fucking nothing, dude.
I command the Supreme
I mean,
Majesty Younger Khan.
important Navy stuff.
The Imperial Guard will proceed at once to the
No,
inland
no,
sea
we
for
love our. It was just Memorial Day, Fresh. We salute our naval people and our sea people. We all know the word that you want us to say. All right, it's. We're not
Seemed more efficient than I would have to say seamen and sea women.
sea people.
Sea people.
They're just Uber for the army.
Wow, that's great. Amazing. You should have did it yourself.
Oh, no, I can do that to myself. No.
See, I need my own over here.
This is the dumbest. Here we are, under the sea.
Nice sunny day under the sea.
You'd better submerge the submarine while we investigate.
I mean, I guess how else would you do it back in these days?
I mean, yeah, I was wondering.
So they have like a
There's
key
just no
fob
way
for
that
this
this would happen.
submarine that just sends it back down. You just like, all right, we're out. All right, go park it, and just. It's like one of those
Goes
parallel
under the water
parking
and it
cars.
Blinks the lights.
Oh, the fucking battery on my fob died.
Oh, it's not gonna submerge.
It's not gonna come back now. What the fuck?
Somebody's got to swim down with the key.
God damn! Think about how fast like you gotta have 10 people riding horses down that hill. Like that's real. I feel like doing that today would be such a, you know. People were just doing this all the time back in the day because they were making so many fucking westerns. All these are just western
I thought there were a lot more
stuntmen.
horses around Hollywood back in the day.
There were a lot. I mean, again, that's what Nope is all about, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Show horses for Hollywood.
Hardly believe it.
How come they never credit the horses?
Some illusion. Listen.
If you want to be credited, you gotta join the union, dude.
Okay.
They couldn't sign.
Yeah, horses are famously anti-union.
We tried to get them to sign. They just took a shit and walked away. We don't know.
Soldiers.
Soldiers.
Keep out of sight. We'll find out if they're friends or enemies.
I guess this is the most western, right? Because they're out in the middle of the ocean. This is the most west you can get.
Oh,
Pretty
yeah.
much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Certainly not the best western, but.
This is like Holiday Inn.
I wasn't expecting Crash to be running around in a naval uniform for like the whole first episode. It's like a guy with a fedora again almost. I'm like, oh, this is the guy. Wait, no,
Yeah,
this
he
is
just
the guy.
blends in. Yeah, he doesn't look like much of a hero.
Oh my god.
Well, we
Tarzan.
didn't even realize he was present until like over halfway through the episode.
It's like, oh, that's
true.
him, isn't it?
Hadn't made much of an impression.
See, he looks more like a hero.
I love that. What do you think? What do you think that is? Like, it looks like, I guess parade float cars
it's
are kind of like that, right? Like,
Jeep.
Yeah, they probably put like put some kind of frame over a car or something, right?
Yeah,
Like
but
a Jeep.
still, trying to drive that would be
Yeah.
a pain in the ass. That fast too.
They're getting some speed on it though.
Some sort of a war tank.
A war tank. Oh my
A
god.
war tank.
Oh man.
Robots.
These guys.
Steady. Steady.
You fool. Oh shit. Right in the brain.
They're not human!
This
They look
guy.
like- you know the transformers on the like power lines?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For that crevice.
Like the cans.
Yeah, the big cans.
That is what they look like.
I just love that back in the day, the canyons in like California, there's just people running around making movies, just like
There's people running around dressed as robots.
setting fires.
Down, Billy, down. You two get behind that rock. Billy and I will lead them off.
Him and the kid. All right.
Yeah, me and Billy will fix this.
They're heading for the beach.
I'm sorry. Have you ever tried to go hiking with a little kid? You know how long that's gonna take?
Invisible ray gun will soon stop them.
Invisible ray gun.
They got all the way to the top.
Start the disintegrator.
The disintegrator, not the disintegrator.
What do you think that does? Probably repairs things, right?
Exactly.
What do you think the invisible ray does? Do you think it makes things invisible, or the ray is invisible?
I think it is invisible. I don't know what it does.
Oh shit!
Oh!
Hit him again! Oh my god.
I love this same shot of this thing.
Wow. That was a quick
How will they escape?
How will they survive? So that was the exciting conclusion of Undersea Kingdoms Beneath the Ocean Floor. What did we think, boys?
Not bad, not bad. We covered a bit of ground.
First episode.
Not much worse than Flash Gordon, honestly. No, not much worse.
Yeah. I'll honestly say some of the model work was even. I mean, you know,
Better?
doing something in the water probably looks better. It's easier to make it look better.
That's
than
true.
doing something in the air.
It's true. It has a nice production value. It adds to it. Certainly.
It adds. It adds. For a split second when they were, you know, going away from the dock there.
Yeah.
When they left,
Right.
I actually thought that was real for a split second. So that they got me.
Some of the model work in these old movies, like every once in a while, like, and me growing up seeing some of this stuff, like as a kid, you buy it. And so it's some of the stuff
Right,
that I've
yeah.
seen, it's taken me a while to be like, oh no, that's a model. Like that's not a, again, the thing that always got me was the damn explosion in Frankenstein Meets the Wolfman, because it looks legit as hell. Because then the
Can't
damn,
believe they really blew up a
yeah,
dam
well,
for
and
that.
it floods, and they like go into like close-up shots of like the flood like tearing down the castle, and you're like, well, this looks fucking like I couldn't tell it was a model. It must be a pretty fucking big model, because I mean that's the whole. I think the bigger you can make your model, the better it's supposed to look. You know. Well, I don't know. I don't know much about model work. That's not to say.
No, that makes sense. I mean, you can have more detail if you make it bigger, right?
Yeah, you
Right.
do like those crazy ones they did for Star Wars or something.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, it's, again, practical effects. At the heart of practical effects is model work. And that was definitely these old movies. And what we'll see, I'm sure, for the next 11 installments of Undersea Kingdom is a lot of model work. And yeah, the model work tonight, I mean, even the submarine had a cool design and the way it was spitting out bubbles and all that. Like,
Yeah,
somebody had to take the time to design that and make all that look, cool. I thought it looked cool.
Did we see a harpoon?
Oh, we didn't.
The question,
I don't think we did.
The question, I guess not technically a harpoon.
Are we gonna see? I wonder how much water stuff we're gonna get if we're kind of we're back on land.
We're on land.
On another piece of land.
Yeah. Womp womp. Not much. Who knows, man? I mean, Undersea Kingdom.
It's fine. We got these crazy robots. We got this tank thing.
I'm sure
we're having fun.
I'm sure there'll be plenty of creatures. Maybe we'll get some fishmen in there at some point. That would definitely be fun. I think again, if the first Flash Gordon serial had shark men, this serial is going to do something comparable. And again, I would agree with you, Evan, that the model work here all around, I feel like, is honestly a little bit better. I mean, again, compare that, compare the submarine that we saw tonight to the spaceships in Flash Gordon, which to give the spaceships in Flash Gordon credit, they do spit out sparks, but like
true.
The design is a little more simple, not as elaborate as like this had an elaborate design with the submarine. So, but no.
Yeah, well, in the 1930s, a submarine is a thing that actually exists, whereas a spaceship kind of isn't. So
that's true. You gotta use your imagination. But still, I mean, no harpoon. But no spear gun. But I mean, some of the bad guys had spears, so I don't know if that counts. But I'll give them half. I think they'll get there. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, what is Crash Corrigan gonna do? Like, how are they gonna defeat all these bad guys?
All these balloon torpedoes.
Yeah, those things are wild. I mean, he has literally been torpedoed to his left and his right. He is literally, he's not hanging from the cliff, but he's standing on the edge of a cliff right now. And so, not quite a cliffhanger.
We stopped on a cliff stander.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is, Fresh. We are at a cliff stander, and I'll need to go back again and watch it, but even with those close-up shots of him and the kids standing there, it almost looked like, because they were like shooting sparks or something. It almost looked like that wasn't a little kid with him. Like that was like a stunt double for the little kid, which back in those days, usually you just get a little person to stunt double for children. And it almost looked like it was some kind of little grown man that was like, because they were shooting sparks at him, and maybe I don't think they'd want to subject a little kid to possibly getting some kind of projectile or some kind of firework in his eye. It's the last thing you need.
But doing that to a little person is fine, I guess.
Well, if he's a stunt man, that's the job. I don't think that they're. I don't think that there's such a thing as kid stuntmen. Okay, which sounds like a great name for a G-rated family comedy coming this summer. Kid Stuntman. We've called it. We got it.
Disney Channel exclusive.
Yeah, it's the first kid who is able to actually get his parents to sign the slip that allows him to be a stunt.
I'm gonna be a kid stuntman.
No, I mean, could you imagine?
He forges the signature and goes to stunt school.
But honestly, in Hollywood, I don't.
Keeble's next big move.
Yeah, So it's I mean, very much in the Disney Channel vein, for sure. But I don't know if there were children that were stunt people back in the day. I don't know if that was something that was allowed even back then. But I know, like, in vaudeville, Buster Keaton, who became a famous comedian later on, apparently he was like, his parents were vaudevillians when he was a child, so he'd be part of the act, and part of the act was like throwing him around because he was the boy that couldn't be damaged. And so he basically got all of his stunt training like as a child. So then when he went into silent movies, he was the guy who did the stunt where, like, he's got a moving train right behind him, and he is like throwing railroad ties like on top of other railroad ties to clear them from the track as he's got this moving train behind him. And sometimes he's sitting on the moving train as he's throwing a railroad tie. Maybe they're prop railroad ties, but it's still like it's
still a real train.
The classics. And that was they'd always use that sound effect for him. But the classic stunt that he's known for, and you guys will know it, you've seen the silent movie clip of the person who's standing still and the house falls on top of them, but the window like clears them. But that was Buster Keaton. And he really performed that. He didn't have a stuntman. He did that himself because he did all his stunts himself because he started on vaudeville as the boy that couldn't be damaged. So
he believed that he couldn't be damaged.
Yeah. So he did all kinds of crazy shit. But so at least up to like the 1910s, it was acceptable for children to do stunts. But I think once the movies really became big, I think the line got drawn eventually. But yeah, I mean, so I'll go back and confirm, and I'll just go back and read a summary for the episode last week. So when we come back next week, I can actually let people know what's going on, because I certainly didn't follow a good bit of the plot. So I'll come back next week.
It's fine. They're at the bottom of the ocean.
That's all you need to know.
There's robots.
It's happening.
We have 11 more chapters. We have plenty of time. So I'll be back next week with a summary and some facts and all that good stuff. So don't worry. So that was our first chapter of Undersea Kingdom. And we will be back next week at 9 p.m. Eastern for our second chapter. But you can join us this Friday for the premiere of season 6 of our Summer of Schlock. And we're kicking it off right with the perfect, again, it's not as much an aquatic film as a vacation film, because that's how it starts, which is a classic horror movie plot. Family goes on vacation, takes a wrong turn, and something bad happens. But this is the ultimate schlock version of that. This Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern, we are watching Manos, The Hands of Fate. And if you haven't heard of this one, I mean, it's considered one of an
infamous one.
Definitely infamous, considered one of the worst movies of all time. Of course, famously skewered on Mystery Science Theater. So I'm not watching them. I haven't seen it. I'm not going to watch it. I don't want to steal any jokes from them. So if there's any overlap, it's completely accidental.
Parallel thinking.
Exactly. I'm sure we'll make many of the same jokes. I'm sure we've already made a lot of the same jokes on the same movies that we've watched that they've watched, but it will be a lot of fun. Again, it's just it is a weird movie. It is a summer movie for sure. It is. There's just all the movies this season just give off a hot vibe. There's just like even though I know I said in the Instagram post it'll send a chill up your spine. These movies are putting off some heat. So it's very exciting. And as always, Evan brings us a wonderful cocktail to pair with the evening's film in a little segment, which this summer is going by a different name.
Yeah. So Garrett, can you ask me what time it is?
Evan, what time is it?
Why, Garrett, it's Schlocktail hour. Or it will be on this Friday when we're drinking the Handful. So this is there's a lot of layers to this. This drink, it has like a family tree, and I'll get into that on Friday. But this is based on a recipe which is based on a bunch of other recipes. Um, and it's made with bourbon, Campari, creme de cacao, and orange bitters. So we've got some new flavors for our new season. But
you're calling this Schlocktail Hour, but this is some freaking luxury cocktail hour that we've got going on. It sounds like
I'm just setting the bar really low.
Low?
So we can very easily clear the bar.
I will say, bro, this cocktail sounds delicious.
When you call it Schlocktail Hour, you set everybody's expectations really low. So
you under promise and over deliver.
Exactly. Knock it out of the
That's the way to do it. That makes sense. No, it is actually it sounds delicious. I mean, it sounds really
we're going for kind of like a chocolate orange kind of vibe. We've got some sweet, we've got some bitter. I bought some Campari, which I had never tried before.
I've never heard. I mean, I know I've heard it, but I don't
even know these fucking words, bro.
Yeah.
I don't even know these words.
Get on my level, guys.
I don't know what's going on anymore.
I don't know.
Well, we could talk all about that on Friday.
It's going to be very exciting.
Show off my fancy new bottle of Campari.
Ooh, yeah, you better show it off. I'm very excited for it. It is going to be delicious. It's going to be a great cocktail. Oh, see, Undersea Kingdom Mystery Science Theater did it too. Again, it's almost like The Simpsons. It's almost like The Simpsons. Undersea Kingdom did it, Mystery Science Theater did it. I got a lot of things running around in my brain right now. Mystery Science Theater did it. Yeah.
Well, that's okay, because, Flash Gordon did it. If Undersea Kingdom can copy Flash Gordon, then we can copy
Mystery Science Theater. It's perfectly fine.
That's right.
It's between Undersea Kingdom and Manos. This whole season, I just ripped off Mystery. No. I think they have done a lot of these. I think they have done a lot of the movies we'll be watching this summer, though, but they're fun movies. That's the main thing. It's going to be a fun season. So we really appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. It was a lot of fun. Please join us this Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern. Thank you, boys, for joining me as always. We've had, tonight was a good night. We've had some new viewers tuning in. We appreciate everybody checking us out for the first time. We're going to be here all summer long. Dishing out public domain horror,
taking us out for a spin.
Yeah. I mean, every Wednesday and Friday we'll be here, taking it for a spin, serving it up, surfing it up. In some cases, at least, we got at least one beachy surf movie. So it wouldn't be a schlock, summer of schlock without that. But again, thank you, Evan and Fresh, for joining me as always. Again, just so great to see both of your faces. I was getting tired of the avatars. It's fine. It's fine. Just Kaylee. Just Kali. I don't know. That's Kaylee or Callie, but you catch us on Friday for Manos, The Hands of Fate. But yes, again, you're beautiful, Fresh and Evan, your beautiful faces. It's, the avatars they worked, but yeah, and you can strike a pose. That's what I love.
We're blue no longer.
No longer blue. That's really nice. You've finally taken a breath. You finally stopped holding your breaths, and maybe, gosh, since it's under the sea, maybe we're off theme now, but no. I've loved being able to see you guys. That's so great. But I'll see y'all on Friday. Hopefully see everybody on Friday at 9 p.m. You can go follow us over on the socials at Screamstream Show, Instagram and Twitter. Follow us, of course, on YouTube at Screamstream Live, on Twitch at Screamstream Show as well. Manos Yahoo. We are very excited for Manos. So go please follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. You can follow me on Twitter at Spakenstein. You can find Mr. Fresh Rogan over on Twitter and Instagram at Fresh Rogan, and Mr. Evan Sink, of course, on Twitter at Caligari Cursed. Any final thoughts? Anything before we sign off tonight, boys?
Can we declare it Schlock Girl Summer?
Ooh, we need to save that for next summer. Well, until Friday. Sweet screams, everybody.
Creep tight.
And to all, a good fright.